You know, it's just my luck that leaks would finally drop again right when I make a video about Call of Duty 2020, worrying me because we're not seeing enough leaks. Only in my situation would I run into something like this. But actually, from the exclusive Ace, he leaked some information about Call of Duty 2020 and some of the future things that are coming into this title. And I don't know, I feel like I can believe what this man says because he is a pretty reliable source when it comes to the Call of Duty community. And I don't think he would put something out there at his own risk if he didn't know it's straight facts. And also, the video got taken down, and I'm assuming that it got taken down because Activision decided to strike it. Because, you know, they don't usually let leaks stay out there, especially for Call of Duty 2020. This makes me think really heavy that they are planning to, you know, really make this game super hyped up. They're going to, you know, save the release date. They're not going to say anything, and then last second they're going to hit us with a crazy trailer, and it's going to just be insane. I feel like they're waiting for the last second hype because people are already anticipating the trailer already, you know? And months go by, people are still anticipating it. And if they just keep waiting and they don't say anything, it's just going to keep people more curious about the game. So this is a legitimate, you know, way of hyping up your title. I can see why Activision is doing this. But it doesn't even seem like Call of Duty 2020 is in a bad state. According to the exclusive Ace, he actually said that the multiplayer looks good. And it already has like about 10 maps already made for it. I'm hoping they're all 6v6 maps. He didn't, you know, say if it's ground war, 10v10, any of those things. He just said that it was 10 maps already pre-made for Call of Duty 2020. But that is outstanding news anyways, because they still have some time to make this game, and it seems like it's already going pretty well. He also went ahead and said that the campaign is fully playable right now as well, which is also amazing news. If the campaign is fully playable, that means the multiplayer is fully playable. They're probably just, you know, tweaking things around in multiplayer at this point, whether it's the maps they're putting in the game or, you know, certain glitches, certain spots, you know, anything that they need to polish off to make sure the gameplay is clean is probably what they're doing right now. Because if the campaign is completely playable, that means everything is pretty much in check at that point, if you can play through the complete campaign. He did say that some of the animations aren't complete in it, though, so it is still some work to do in the campaign side. But if we're going to be honest here, that's something that they could, you know, easily do. They're probably talking about, like, maybe cutscenes or something like that. But as long as multiplayer can get some attention, and, you know, they have enough time to give it attention, I'm going to be happy. Moving on to the next leak here, and also before I state this new leak, I just want to let you guys know I did not watch the actual video. I didn't get time to go see it before Activision completely took it down. So I know it was probably some more information in the real video that I'm probably missing out on in this video, but I am just looking off the list that Charlie Intel has put out on Twitter. It was a little article that they let out, so you could see all the leaks and stuff like that for yourself if you want to go see it with your own eyes. But this is what I'm reading off of. And the next thing was that Warzone will be coming back into Call of Duty 2020. And that's okay. I can see that. I just hope that maybe it's some minor tweaks and stuff like that, because I was hoping that Blackout kind of stayed the same, you know? Like, I do enjoy Warzone and all, and I know I had some problems with Blackout back in the day, things that I did enjoy and didn't enjoy, but I feel like they could always bring back Blackout and just work on it and, you know, make it a better game mode. I was really hoping to see that make a return, but if Warzone is really what they're sticking with, then by all means they can keep Warzone. It's already free to play. Blackout isn't free to play. You have to go buy Black Ops 4 for that one. So I don't think that they're going to make any changes for that. So I'm assuming that they're just going to stick with the Warzone model, which is good. It's already, you know, massive, so I can already see them transferring that player base over to a COD 2020 map and stuff like that. And talking about new maps, that was actually the very next leak as well. There is going to be a brand new map for Warzone. We're not going to keep the modern day stuff, obviously, because this game is taking place during the Cold War era. So, you know, you can't have modern day, you know, when the game is Cold War. It just doesn't make any logical sense. So they are making a brand new map, something that I wasn't really too thrilled for, I guess, because I didn't really want that much focus on anything besides 6v6. I do think it'll be cool, though, to see a Battle Royale take place during the Cold War. I think that'll be really dope, and it was actually rumored to be in Russia, which is also really dope. So I think it could be something cool. I just hope it doesn't kill off the 6v6 experience. And to talk about an extremely positive thing coming back into this game, the regular minimap is finally making a return. Yes, our glorious minimap from back in the old Call of Duty days is finally coming back since Infinity Ward 1-2 just so strangely remove it from the game. Keep in mind, Modern Warfare was supposed to have no minimap at all, no outlines of your teammates. It was supposed to be completely like hardcore. That's how that game was supposed to be played. And honestly, I can see that, especially with the map design and how they look and stuff and the visuals and all that. I could totally see the game supposed to be played, you know, without a HUD. But the HUD is kind of the whole purpose of a Call of Duty game. Seeing your ammunition, seeing your minimap, reading the red dots on the minimap, seeing your teammates' locations on the minimap, using the minimap to learn new maps and learn where you're going. It's a lot of useful things that you can use with the HUD in Call of Duty games. So I never understood why they removed that. But thank God they're bringing it back. They're also bringing swimming mechanics back into Call of Duty games, which actually have been in past Call of Duty games a bunch when it comes to Treyarch titles. And that's interesting to me because I'm hearing from that this game is supposed to be, you know, pretty realistic as well and nitty and gritty. You know, the most recent games I can remember swimming in are like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and stuff like that. And those are really, you know, futuristic, high-tech games and stuff like that. I'm curious how they're going to have water maps and how they're going to implement them in a Cold War style and what techniques you could possibly use while swimming in the water. But I really do think it's kind of cool that they're adding back water maps. I always enjoyed having some type of water in the map that you can kind of flank or rotate through to kind of navigate yourself around the map in a different way. You know, it's a dangerous path to take, but sometimes it could really be a great reward. You know, it's a risk-reward type deal when it comes to taking underwater paths, but I like the whole idea of it. And also another amazing leak here that I think everybody in the world is going to be happy about is that doors are not going to be implemented into Modern Warfare. They're going to take them out. Now, you know, it was a mixed bag for me. I thought it was cool, but at the same time, you know, it was kind of obnoxious having to deal with people who, you know, corner camp doors with claymores and C4 and stuff, and all they do is just wait for someone to push one button to open the door and then they automatically blow everything up. You know, those type of lobbies are annoying. When you use doors in a different manner, they could be useful, but when people play like that, it's just obnoxious. So I think just altogether, it should have been removed a long time ago in Modern Warfare out of the multiplayer. But they are going to keep the doors in Warzone for the next Call of Duty 2020 map, which is reasonable for me because it is Warzone, it's a battle royale. I can see where doors could be useful because it's good for sound, it's good for hearing. You know, you go into a building, you close the door while you're looting or just holding your position. You could always listen for them to open the door, you know. It's always handy to have doors in a battle royale game, so that's understandable for them to keep that in there. There's also a couple of leaked maps as well that he mentioned in his video, I'm assuming, but Charlie Intel wrote them down here, saying that one map is a very small map, and it's a boat on the Black Sea, which sounds pretty interesting, actually. Maybe a little hijacked action here. I would love to see what they could do with that. And then the other one is Tank, and for those who don't know Tank, that's the one that you could see on the leaked gameplay that was going around maybe a week or two ago on Twitter. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember that video I made, and probably a lot of you guys have already seen that leaked footage. But that's the map Tank that they were playing in that one. Also, amazing news, no specialist, but a field upgrade-like feature returning. I'm okay with field upgrades, I'm not going to lie. I think they're pretty useful, they're handy, and they're fun. It's cool implementation into a Call of Duty game. Specialists, I hate. I do not enjoy when people just get random cheesy abilities. As long as the field upgrades don't give you, you know, like extra advantages to your gunfights, I'm fine. But if they keep them, well, I guess Modern Warfare, the stopping power rounds give you an extra advantage, but people barely even use them, to be honest with you. It's not too insane. You know, stuff like the ammo box and Dead Silence and all that stuff are cool, but once again, I don't want to see Dead Silence brought back as a field upgrade. But sadly, there is apparently still no Dead Silence perk in Call of Duty 2020, according to the leaks, and that is devastating news. You guys know how I am with Dead Silence. It's probably one of my most favorite perks in any Call of Duty game. I've always run it. It's just a blast to use. And the fact that it's not making a return worries me because I feel like they're going to use it the exact same way that they did in Modern Warfare. And if that's the case, I can understand. I do enjoy the field upgrade version of Dead Silence. It allows you to play in a different play style. You know, you pick and choose the moments that you want to be sneaky or be aggressive. And remember, Modern Warfare, for every kill that you get, your Dead Silence extends. So it encourages you to run and gun, be aggressive, and keep your Dead Silence streak going. So it is pretty cool as an upgrade. But my worries is that the footstep noise are going to be way too loud in Call of Duty 2020. And then without a Dead Silence perk, it's going to turn into the same thing as Modern Warfare, just a sound whore fest. Nobody wants to move, everybody wants to camp, everybody wants to listen. Everybody's just waiting for that one upper hand advantage on their enemy. You know, I don't want that to happen. If the footsteps are toned down a lot, then I can understand where this is all coming from, and I can agree that dead silence can be a field upgrade, because then I can still move around without having to rely on dead silence 24/7. But if it's like a Modern Warfare situation, I'm going to be very devastated to see dead silence not return as a perk. Amazing news, score streaks are going to be returning, which is awesome. I love score streaks. Kill streaks definitely, you know, encourage a more campy playstyle because you don't have to do anything to get them. Unless it's TDM, it's still going to be a camp fest, obviously, because the only objective you get is kills. But in game modes like domination, kill confirmed, and everything like that, people will have more of an incentive to want to move and actually do stuff, because those points that they get for doing stuff objectively will go towards their streaks, and hopefully the streaks are really good. Hopefully they're overpowered and fun to use, and that will encourage people to move more because they want those streaks. So they're going to play objectives in order to get the sauce. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the score streaks are actually good in this game. But some iffy news here is that 150 health is returning. I don't know how I feel about this, because you guys know how I felt back in Black Ops 4. It's cool and all, you know, it's definitely good to show who has the better gun skill, because, you know, 150 health is not easy to just sit there and put 2 bullets into the enemy. You know, it takes some time to kill someone when they have 150 health. So whoever can have the better accuracy and who can track better is going to be the winner of the gunfight when it comes to a game that requires 150 health. Now, I don't know. I just feel like 125 is the sweet spot. I really hope that this is just maybe a temporary placement, and maybe they'll switch over to 125 to give it a shot. But can we just try it at least, you know? What's it going to hurt trying 125? I feel like that would be just the perfect middle ground for a Call of Duty game. And also, apparently, it's going to be auto-heal as well, so not even stims. So this is going to be a completely different experience, in my opinion, compared to Black Ops 4 with 150 health. I don't know if it's going to turn out good or if it's going to turn out bad. I don't know. It's not really sending me good vibes, though. Crit class options are pretty unique, they say. It says that it's a hybrid between Pick 10 and Classic, and it's no Gunsmith. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of sad that it's no Gunsmith. That was probably one of my favorite things when it comes to Modern Warfare. I thought it was tons of fun to mess around with guns, tons of fun to see all the attachments. You know, it was a blast, but sadly, that's not the case when it comes to Call of Duty 2020. We have no more of that, and it's probably going to just go back to pick a couple of attachments, maybe a few attachments, and call it quits. Like I said, it is a hybrid between Pick 10 and Classic, so who knows how that's going to turn out. We're going to have to find out. Hopefully it's interesting. But guys, I'm pretty excited. I'm not going to lie to you at all. Like, these leaks actually got me feeling pretty good about the future of Call of Duty here. Because my main concern was that they aren't ready to make the new Call of Duty game, that they're not going to have enough time, and it's either going to be incomplete or we're just not going to play it this year. But from the looks of these leaks here, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good game. At least from, you know, it being, you know, finished. A finished game, I guess I should say. Not a good game. It's going to be a finished game. I just can't wait to get my hands on the beta to see if this is actually going to be a solid title, or if it's just going to be like every other Call of Duty game. Because like I said, there are some things on this leak list that are making me a little nervous, like no dead silence and some of the other things, 150 health without any stims or anything like that. It's going to be interesting to see how some of these things turn out and a more realistic, gritty, you know, Call of Duty game, but only time can tell. But guys, if you enjoyed today's commentary, don't forget to go ahead and leave a like, and if you hated it, by all means, go ahead and dislike it. Also, if you do enjoy, you know, chat with me, or you want to see what I'm talking about on Twitter, you can follow me over there at JbowenDaMan, and if you want to catch me live stream some video games, I do that over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.